Hello, everyone. Welcome to our video series on bringing formative assessment to life in Edmonton Catholic Schools. As you've seen in our first two videos of this series, formative assessment is a cycle in which teaching is responsive and learning is informed. Formative assessment has two components then. Assessment for learning, in which teachers use student learning information to guide their instruction and provide feedback to current students for the purpose of improving learning. And assessment as learning, in which students reflect on their learning, monitor their own progress, and implement the feedback they receive from each other and from their teacher to move their own learning forward. Let's recap what we learned in the last video, Dylan Wiliam's 5 key strategies for formative assessment. These 5 strategies support both teachers and students in knowing where the learner is going, where the learner is now, and how to get the learner there. The 5 strategies are clarifying, sharing, and understanding the learning intentions, eliciting evidence of learning, providing feedback that moves learners forward, activating students as learning resources for one another, and activating students as owners of their own learning. As you watch, consider the following questions. In what ways does the lesson demonstrate one or more of Wiliam's 5 strategies for formative assessment? What features of the learning environment and classroom culture do you think contribute to the success of this lesson? And what opportunities do you see for your own practice? Let's watch as one teacher and his students share with us how vertical non-permanent surfaces help with collaboration to elicit evidence of learning.
I'm Dion Skitsko. I'm the physics teacher at Mother Margaret Mary High School, and I also serve as the department head for science.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I go to Mother Margaret Mary, and I'm taking Physics 20 AP.
Hi, my name is Gabriel. I go to Mother Margaret Mary, and I'm taking Physics 20 AP.
And so the kids walked in, and they know that they're going to have their seating and their groups randomized every day. So they kind of mill about and wait. I gave them their opening task before I randomized the groups.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today's opener here, there's a bit of an addition. So it's page 41, number 7. What I also would like you to do is sketch the first 3 vibrational modes. Remember, we had the slide keys the other day? The first 3 vibrational modes, and relate the end-to-end distance to the wavelength. So who are we working with today? These people.
I use a website and randomize the groups. The kids know where to go because these bins on the tables have group numbers on them. And they go to the group, see who they're working with for the day, and then straight to the whiteboards. They're working on some sort of thinking task. The questions that we're using in the unit packages, I've had them there for 4 or 5 years, but I was having the students start by doing it individually at their table, as opposed to now where they're doing it in a group on a vertical whiteboard. And the vertical whiteboard in a group is the way to go. It doesn't have to be a whiteboard. In Lily Dahl's work, it's vertical non-permanent surfaces, so they'll use shower curtains or whatever to write vertically on. I've been using 2-foot by 2-foot whiteboards for years on the table, but there's something special about standing. When students are sitting, they feel anonymous, and when you're anonymous, you are more willing to disengage with what's going on in terms of teaching and learning. But when they're standing, they don't feel anonymous. So when they're standing at the whiteboards, they don't feel anonymous, so they don't disengage. The non-permanent nature of the whiteboards is really important for them being willing to risk. So they'll try something, erase it, try something else again. And what's cool too, and you'll see it with the harder questions that we might start off with, is that you'll see knowledge migrate around the room. So we quite consciously, I don't have whiteboards in the middle of the room because then they're not visible by everybody.
If we have to ask questions, we don't just have to ask the teacher, we can ask our classmates and everyone around, and everyone can answer what the other person doesn't know. And we could all together figure out the problem, and it's a group effort like that.
And for me, as a teacher, I'm walking around from standing anywhere in the room, I can see which groups are on the right path and which groups might need a little bit of help. So, I mean, those were the randomized groups, starting with an opening task at vertical nonpermanent surfaces. Those are the big three changes that I've implemented from Lily Dahl.
Any last words for Mr. Sitzel?
Keep doing a good job.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, man.
We'd like to extend a special thanks to Mr. Dion Skitsko and students Maddie and Gabriel for sharing their experiences with us today. If you're interested in learning more, you can check out these two books, Embedded Formative Assessment by Dylan Wiliam, or Building Thinking Classrooms in Mathematics by Peter Liljedahl. Also, you can listen to an interview of Peter Liljedahl on the Modern Learners podcast. And finally, as always, please visit the Assessment and Reporting Team's SharePoint site. If you have specific questions, feel free to reach out to your assessment and reporting consultant at Lumen Christi. I'm Jennifer, signing off and saying thanks for watching and have a great day.